Hello everyone and welcome to another Starcraft game here between Zerg and a Protoss this time. So let's just introduce our players already. Let's hit up the overlay right there, and Deneb gonna be on the bottom left, Zerg. On the other hand, his opponent gonna be broego. Broego, is he the brother of Drogo? Does he want someone to go, bro? But yeah, we'll see what these two guys can do. There is gonna be recall available there, so Legacy the Void it is gonna be. On the other hand, here for Deneb, they're just mining some minerals as per usual. Gonna be on Cerulean Fall, I believe, and I think that the Protoss will decide to wall in as fast as possible as soon as he notices that the opponent is a Zerg. Probably noticed it at the start already from the loading screen, and yes, it's gonna be a forge in the gateway to start making off the Great Wall of Pylon here for Brogo. I'm interested why he went for the forge first. Does it mean he's gonna go for the cannons, or is he gonna go for the cannon rush? Because he's putting a pylon down on the secondary expansion already for the Zerg. Probe just roaming around again. Let's see what Deneb is gonna do. I'm really interested in what he's gonna decide to build at this start. Because his forge is ready, and there you go. There's gonna be a cannon now here from Brogo. I'll love me some cheese. If he's gonna commit to this, he's gonna put two cannons down. Damn, that is a heavy commit. He might need to cancel this though. This is gonna be very important. He cancels the other one instead, and will cancel both of them. So using up around 70 minerals there to force this much pull from the probe line. But in the meantime, Deneb's still mining some minerals here, as well as getting up the spawning boost of the drones, just hammering away at that pilot. A second pilot now gonna come on in, and will this be enough for Brogo to actually penetrate into the base? The creep though is gonna be hampering the Protoss' advance in the first place. Where will Brogo put up the pylon in this situation? On the other hand, Deneb has brought over the Overlord to the other hand side. The Zerglings now gonna run for the pylon, so Brogo knows that these Zerglings are into play. Another pylon being built up, and that's gonna be a cannon as well. But this might be a little dangerous because this cannon is gonna be exposed to the Zerglings at the ramp area. It is gonna get some free shots, but honestly, the cannon is your weakest structure in terms of this wall. A Zealot being warped on in as well with the Chrono Boost. Interesting though that Brogo is gonna decide to build a cyber core on his secondary expansion. So if really this wall breaks, he's gonna lose out so much tech into the upcoming fights. In the meantime, pylon I'm being built to the back line just in case for any potential drop play. Even though the Zergs, the Zerglings as well as the Overlords not too common nowadays, but still it's something to keep note of. It's always good to have a pylon in your primary. Just keep your base protected, put up some structures there as well. Your tech, try to hide maybe a dark shrine, whatever you're trying to build in the first place. In terms of minerals though, it is gonna be Deneb now working on a second and a third pretty quickly. He knows that that was the only kind of poke that Brogo was gonna go for. The two cannons and the pylons. There's a pretty significant investment instead of building up zealots or even depths. In the meantime, a second base here for the Protoss, so both players pretty even so far. While the Zerg always needs to be around a base higher than their opponent to just keep up the pressure. The Protoss can easily turtle inside, just wall on in, and try to build up that amazing alien tech army as fast as possible. This is interesting though, he's gonna go for a sentry. I'm really surprised Brogo here didn't decide to go for any adept play. Adept's really strong against drones, pretty good against Zerglings as well because of their light flavor. But the Zerglings now just chilling here, not allowing a third to be uncontested. Interesting though that the sentry is being used now to try and kill the Overlord, but literally the Overlord being tickled here by the the capacitor here from the sentry. So the pylon. Oh damn, it's gonna be Phoenixes here from Borgo. That's gonna be really interesting. So the Phoenix here is gonna fly around, gonna be able to get the Overlords. How will Deneb actually respond to this? The only thing he does have is metabolic boost. He will respond immediately by building spore crawlers in each of his base. Very safe play to just get rid of any kind of harassment with the Graviton. the second Phoenix now being built, and the Phoenix is flying around for the time being, scouting out for some overlords. There's just a situation where, as a Zerg player, you just have to deal with the anti-air by keeping your overlords in a safe place. Can't use them for scouting anymore, and you will be supply blocked for just a little bit if you get these kills. But here the Phoenix is the Phoenix Eye. I don't know. What is the plural of Phoenix? Just floating around again. We do have a shield battery now built into place. Just look at that cylindrical orb just spinning around, ready to keep the blue energy of life of the Protoss topped up and ready to go. There's only part of the Protoss you can actually heal up. When they take damage beyond their shields, it's just mortal wounds. Or especially like Zealots, you see them really red with lots of energy. So it could be triple Phoenix composition here for broego. It's gonna be 4. So he's really heavily investing onto Phoenix. We'll see how Deneb is gonna respond. Maybe he's gonna get some life into this fight. But Queens now are regrouping en masse, trying to get in position again. On the other hand, we have Lair Tech already. Hydralisks are built as well as an Evo Chamber here. And just on time, Deneb is already building up the +1 on attack for range units. So here comes the Phoenix. Gonna try to siege onto the main base of Robo Facility being built up as well. But look at that, the Queen already is hampering it. The Hydralisks are spotted! It's gonna be very deadly here for the Phoenix, just taking so much random damage. None of them do fall, but still, just the Phoenix already oranged up. It'd be very dangerous to engage on in. So these units, honestly, not too effective for how much investment broego has done. But the double Robo Facility here for broego, gonna be getting a 1-2-3 gateway system as well. I just think he's gonna go for a immortal, and I feel like he's gonna decide that he has to go for the drop play with the Warp Prism, double immortal, and can go for some Warpins with Zealots as well, just to stifle the economy here from Deneb, because Deneb is just turtling, just chilling on 3 base, getting ready to expand to a 4th, expanding the creep to the top left, and the Highlighters are just chilling out. He might be deciding to maybe he wants to go for some lurkers because he was built into the stacks in the first place, but instead he's upgrading some more upgrades here for the Hydralisk, getting some range, getting some speed, the +1 here for both armor and range, and even an infestation pit. So he's gonna go into Hive Tech as soon as possible. Zergling's not gonna come on out. Dude, Deneb has so many queens. He has what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 queens. 3 chilling at the hatcheries and 4 for the advance, and just to keep the creep thread going and going and going. In the meantime, what broego is doing, he's just using these Phoenix to just have a patrol system. They're just skulking around, looking around for any other bases besides those 3, and these are very, very quick scout units. But you know what's even quicker? The Zergling's just gonna kick on by, gonna run into the base already. This is gonna be a wall that's not too heavily defended, but it's gonna be enough, I feel. So the Warp Prism right now, used to transfer the probe to the 3rd. Where will Deneb go with these Zerglings? Oh no, will he spot this? The pylon already being built up. Has Deneb seen it? No, he hasn't. He can't see that whatever the Protoss is trying to build here by the 3rd. The probe just panicking right now. He's caught between these Zerglings. He doesn't know what to do. I think he's followed the Zerglings a while ago with the Phoenixes. But no, oh no, he's gonna get these jets to get on out. The Zerglings do run them by, so okay. Both players missing out on opportunity there. But these are gonna be some Zerglings en massing. Gonna be 18 Zerglings into play. And they are gonna try to go for the bus, but he doesn't have a Bailing Cess. And now the Phoenixes see these running around. They get one, and here comes the chase. Cue the Benny Hill music. No, the Hydralisks are back into the fight. So there's gonna be commitment here from Deneb. He wants to attack this base as soon as possible. Nothing really built up though, besides some charge. Oh, he's gonna get Thermal Lance. He's gonna get Thermal Lance. So here come the Giraffes. The Colossi are gonna be into play. And does have 8 gateways as well, so a really quick reinforcement wave. Just one quick reinforcement wave for him if he gets attacked into the next few minutes. But anyway, this is just becoming a situation where both players are really just playing to the map. Just trying to expand, trying to poke around. Finally, broego gets spotted, going for that 3rd, and here comes the Zerglings. The Photon Cannon will die valiantly. Here comes the Zealots as well. Here comes the Phoenix trying to take advantage of the Chaos, but no, the Hydralisk turn around and get the takedown. One of the Zealots charge on in like a valiant hero, and the Immortals just have to hop, skip, and jump away, but Hydralisk now gonna crawl on by. Here come the Giraffes. Looks like it's gonna be a zoo here, and the Hydralisk know they don't want to get cooked up, so they're gonna back off instead. That was a good trade there for Deneb, shutting down that third base. Just look at how much supply right now. 80 army supply here. Worker supply pretty even. So Deneb and Broego just having around the same amount of minerals. Deneb though a little ahead thanks to that third and fourth base. Even the fifth. Units killing for now. 23 kills here for Broego and only 8 for Deneb. But that doesn't count how many structures he shut down, especially those cannons and pylons. Now what will Deneb decide on? Because he's getting Adrenal Claws, he's also trying to go for a Spire. This might be some Corruptor play to deal with the Giraffes, or at the same time, it can be some Mutalisks as well. Maybe even some Broodlords or Vipers. Vipers, I feel like, gonna be a very strong supportive unit. A Duck gonna be key to just pull in those Colossi, as well as the Cloud and Parasitic Bomb. Anyway, for now, it's gonna be a very heavy commitment here. He already has Infestor. That's interesting. Infestors are gonna be used up. Fungal growth isn't as good as it was, but it's still pretty decent. So just trying to keep the opponent in check. We do have a Templar Archive now for Broego, and he did quickly make some Archons there alongside the high attempts. So gonna be a very tanky unit out in front to deal with the Zerglings. On the other hand, there you go, as we're saying, to have Corruptors now being built. We will check out now. Look at this. This has to be an expansion here for Broego as soon as possible. He already blew up the cannon because he knows he's getting starved out in terms of resources. We triple based here, but only 2 of them working at maximum efficiency. On the other hand, Zerg army, just look at this. This has become such a big alien infested colony here for Deneb. He's close to getting maxed out. He's just building on the units. He's has 118. Damn, that's a lot of units being built here. And look at the army spending here between these two. 2,300 minerals more here for Deneb. He wants to go for the attack, and he's gonna go for the third base first to try and starve out the opponent. Observer now, trying to get in precision, but he will get immediately exploded by the Overseer. Corruptor is dealing against Phoenix. Good side storms there to get rid of the Hydralisk, and it is absolutely dangerous now here for Deneb because he's losing so much to the AoE damage. Broego holding really strongly. The Corruptors going for some pokes, but they're just getting hammered away there by the Photon Cannons and the Phoenixes. Deneb could have attacked that a little better if he got the fungals in time. But damn, the high temps doing so much damage in that situation. But now gonna be a quick little reset. Broego knows he can go for a push, but can be very dangerous if he uses the main army. Instead, he's gonna play it smart, gonna warp in a number of Zealots as well as some High Templar. And damn, that is gonna be a ballsy Archon warp here into the middle line. The hatchery really low, the Zerg doing some damage, the Hydras and the Queens now into the fight. And this Hero Archon will get rid of the hatchery before falling, getting 5 kills in the end. So some economical damage done by Broego. Pretty smart pick off there. Just get rid of a base. Just hamper the Zergling economy. But that was a lot of minerals there invested. He will have to reinforce his army as soon as possible. And now he is going to go for his fort. This is going to be absolutely necessary for the Protoss if he wants to keep up after he won out that fight. That was a fight Deneb more or less kind of tossed out. Like the AoE Psy Storms doing so much work. Just shredding apart those Hydras. And Hydras are a unit that can actually run around and stutter step like Marines. So you didn't really need to take that much damage in the first place. Some Archons now being warped in again. I love seeing some Archons. I just love the lore about them. I love how they shine. And dude, like, if you were a kid and you didn't know how these hide them, you're like, oh, Archons are the only useful unit. There you go. 350 shields is something to not scoff at. Void Rays into the fight as well. For Protoss, there are two compositions that when in doubt you go for. First is the Void Ray. The Void Ray just so potent, especially if you smash that extra damage amplification with the prismatic alignment. On the other hand, Maybe Dark Templar would be key as well in situations where you are pretty behind. But damn, this is a very, very scary army here from Deneb. I'm honestly really afraid here to see this oncoming army. Broodlords, Corruptors, Ultralisk into the fight. Interesting that he has Ultralisk with +3 armor but no melee. But it really goes to show that these Ultralisks will be meat shields. The upgrades aren't the right ones for his hero composition besides the Queens and the Hydralisk, but he's gonna make two. So it's basically give the Ultralisk out in front to try and protect the range units. They're gonna do all the damage in the world. The Broodlord is gonna be some artillery as well, and just how many bases this guy has now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bases here for Deneb already maxed out. This is the time to attack. He doesn't want to be floating on too much resources there, just enough to go for one reinforcement wave before he goes on in, and really good timing. Look at this. Deneb getting in position. On the other hand, does Brogo even know that this is coming? Does it even scout it out? Those extra 2 bases. This is going to be very dangerous here for Brogo. And this might be the climax here between these two players. A mothership is gonna be built, but will it actually make it in time? Dark Shrine being built as well, so it looks like Brogo really just wanting to have all the tech structures in the world, but it's very dangerous because he's investing in the tech that he might not be able to use. The Zerg now gonna fly to the right hand side, and here comes the attack on the fort. Try to bust into the southeast wall. The Zerglings are gonna go for the cannons first. No commitment yet for Brogo, but now he's gonna go on in. One of the units die immediately. The Corruptors though are bunched up, and it's gonna be absolutely massive damage with those Side Storms. Then the Blue losing a lot of units. Corruptors getting into position. The Void Rays are gonna be hampered. Here comes the Ultras, as well as the Broodlords just surrounding the Protoss army. One of the Colossi fall, and here comes the Stalker Warp on in. But still, the Hydralisk and the Ultralisk hammering away at that Nexus point. On the other hand, the Broodlords doing some damage as well. This does look like Brogo can be able to hold on to this, but this is gonna be a very scary reinforcement wave, because look at this: 7 Ultralisk, 8 Hydralisk in the way. Good feedback there from the Hyde Sep, but here comes the Zerg with their flyers. You're gonna fly on in again. The Stalkers though don't have Blink. That is absolutely terrible here for Brogo. He can't outmaneuver those Broodlords, but they're gonna be just staying still for now. Sidestorm committing, but these heavy units just being tickled by the electricity. The Broodlords just munching on those Stalkers. Gonna be a cocoon out in front. Damn, that's very ballsy. And now here comes the reinforcement wave, and this is what I'm talking about. Deneb here having enough to go for a reinforcement wave, having enough sustain, and he's already maxed out again, and this is the Zerg Swarm in full force. That really goes to show, when you are against the Zerg, you need to shut down the economy, because he can just, once he has the map control, once he has all these bases up and running and gathering as much resources as he can, it's just way too potent. You might win one fight, you might even it out, yes. But then the Swarm never rests. They just keep going. Scary reinforcement page, having Corruptors, Broodlords, Ultralisk, Zerglings, and Hydras coming on into this defenseless Protoss base. Brogo wasting too much resources on things he never really used in the first place. Not having the proper comp and not really committing. Like he was close to the mothership, but it's just too late. Just too late. It would have made a difference, to be honest, because Brogo had the potential to shut down an Overseer. The cloaking field could have kept everyone topped up, but it is what it is. There would have just been just a small window of opportunity. Brogo knew this was over as the elephants in the room came on in. So kudos to Deneb there for winning that one. Thank you for sending it in, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Great to have some SCPH replays to go cast.